Right, welcome back. Let's see what we got. I thought I'd put that car in for service. That's okay. Let's go with it. See what kind of speed we got to get here. What did it say? 169 miles an hour? I think that's what it said. I'll start with like a standing start. I think I should be able to get that somewhere back there on that back straightaway. I'll be able to do that. And be able to have us a little fun. So let's see. So it's getting decent speed, especially considering how slow we came out of that last turn. Okay. I bet I can start somewhere right around the bridge back here. So let me close this off. You may once again hear my film scanner working in the background. And let's see. We'll come up here. Alright, let's see. Oh, this fine piece of gear, you could have started way further back than that. Maybe it won't have to. Yes, I might, I don't know. She's not exactly accelerating real fast here at the top end. Alright, well, that'll get the next tier open anyway. So I know I can get 167 with, a not great start. Just, really feeling how it handled through the corner there. I can definitely start further back. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and skip through that one. I'm going to get a couple of these done, and then I'm going to use my little newly set up junior account, and I'm going to do a video on that one because I think the way this new I'm going to do a little bot slowing here. I think the way the Formula One stuff is set up, it can really change the game in a lot of ways for lower level players if they're good and focused as far as trying to get to it. So 117 miles per hour, I definitely would have had that. But I'm going to slow it down a little bit, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to see if I can't run that speed record again. See if I can get a little slower. And I'm going to run 4 or 5 more of these, and I'll just cut those out, and I'll be back when I'm ready to make the final run. Okay, folks, back we are. I'm not sure how many times I've lost that. I guess if you're really good at math, you can look up there in the motorsports dollars and figure it out, but I've lost enough to get it from 117 miles per hour down to 111, and with that, I'm gonna go for the big win here. And let's see, let's get nice and slow. I bet I can do it. 114. That's a little. Oh, good. 113. Got it down a little bit lower. Wanted to win that by as small a margin as possible. Now I'm going to go back and do that speed record again. Do that by as small a margin as possible. And then we'll get on to that Monza Cup race. Get back and have a little fun on the speed record. 168.5, so it's the same as it was, actually. So this must be just as low as it can go. Yes. So I'm gonna have to start my approach back a little bit further, apparently. Probably have to start back at least before the bridge. Let's see how it goes. Maybe that's not where you get the fastest speed. You know, maybe you can't get it there. Maybe you have to get it on the other portion of the track going around the parabolica down into the first turn. I mean, that is a longer acceleration. I mean, I know that, but just have to see how it looks. Not going to get it here, that is for sure. Let me sit up here. I feel like sometimes when I sit up a little bit, it makes some of the feedback not quite as bad. All right, let's get going here. See what we've got. Scoot over here. Dive it in. And sling it off. All right, let's see what we got. Going down the straightaway here. 64. Come on. I guess this car unserviced is just not going to get 168 miles per hour. I'm going to hit retry, see if it goes down. Just in case. I don't want to have y'all sit here through a bunch of me losing some speed records trying to... Actually, this time I think I'll turn it around and see what I can do going the other way. Because I'm not really sure if I can pick up another half mile an hour. Yeah, that must be as low as this one goes. Must be as low as this one goes. Let's not get below 168 or whatever it is. Trick here is see how far back you think you can go and still maintain it through the turn. I definitely could have gone further back than that. Could have gone a lot further back than that. And not gonna get it. Let's see. Got one more in me. One more in me, and then I'll just skip it off to the next one. And we'll see how it goes. Because I can definitely go back a pretty fair amount further than that. Further than I did. See if I can go all the way back to here. Oh, easily get through it from back there. Bang. Okay. All right. I'll just quit that. I guess I can't get the... I guess I just can't get first place. It's okay. Maybe there'll be something else that comes up and I'll come back and service the car. Or something like that. And we'll see what happens. Okay. So there, 5 laps. This ought to be a pretty good paying race. That may actually be sort of one of the problems with this series, because I know some of the races pay so good. You know, if you actually want to collect all your motorsports currency you may have to space out how many days it takes you to win it. But we'll have to see how that goes. I mean, as far as how many days it takes you to finish the tiers, because like I said, I know the final race at Spa pays something like $155,000 or something. So I can't foresee you being able to race much more than 2 or 3 races that day. If you want to collect it all. Of course, I've seen some people on the internet who have pretty much finished the series all the way through, and there's reasons I suspect for that, but you know, and it's not necessarily that they're hackers, it's just there's some ways out there that you can accumulate motorsports dollars that are different. And I've been told that the developers already know about that, they just haven't fixed it yet. So we'll see how that goes. One lap in the bag. Okay. This ought to be a long video. A bunch of me losing a bunch of speed records and stuff like that. Hopefully I don't really have to do that. Hopefully that one that I just did on this track is enough to pretty much get to the end of the series. But maybe it's not. You never know. I may have to figure something else out. You know, I may just look at it and figure that whatever I've got is what I got, and just service the car every night, because obviously there's a limit with how much you can do. You know, you got to stop at 200,000. You can't just go all night like a lot of people do. So it's worth seeing. Might be worth doing. I'm gonna try not to be up recording these videos too late tonight. Try to get done and get to sleep so I don't sleep in so late tomorrow. I do have a handful to edit though, kind of left over from last night. I tell you, you know, I wish they would put in the road course here. Not the road course, the oval course. The one that we have to drive under, right over here, the bridge. You know, that would be a lot of fun, but I guess they don't have any desire to do it or something. Makes sense to somebody. Makes sense to somebody. Laps in the bags. This is one of my favorite tracks. I don't know how it ranks for all y'all watching out there, but this is definitely one of my favorite tracks. I guess I get to sit at the finish line and wait on this one too, because I am going to try to continue to win at small margins. The small margins thing, you know, it's ridiculous, because you run these cars like this, and if you actually won this one by a reasonable distance, or just what you would get by racing hard, the speed snaps and the speed records are impossible. I assume anybody that's been playing a game for any amount of time knows that, but if you knew, maybe you don't know that. And so that's one of the more ridiculous parts of it, that there's no equality to it. There are some speed snaps on the game that are just flatly not possible with unserviced cars. Berlin, and pretty much just Berlin and Mount Panorama. Those are the ones, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter what you're sitting on as far as speed snaps or endurance distance or anything else. If you come to one of those races with an unserviced car, you're just not gonna get past it. It used to be that Panorama, they'd always put it in the limited time series at like tier 12 or something, just something squarely right in the middle. So you always had to stop and service the car. You couldn't just go straight through with an unserviced car. You'd have to stop, and you'd either have to watch ads, or you'd have to pay gold to service it or whatever. And now it seems like that race is Berlin. It's just, yeah, get on out of the way, fella. I thought I'd missed him. Okay. Slow right on down. Once I get to the finish line, I will be back once I get to about 200 yards. All right, 200 yards, let's go for the win. And a wreck. Love it when that happens. Love it when that happens. $50,000, that's about normal. A little bit less than the what am I saying here? I don't know what I'm saying. Whatever. I'm lost. All right, well, that's the end of Tier 7. Appreciate everybody watching. Have a good one, everybody.